Okay, for those who asked my pretty bad, mediocre review on the Emoji Movie, you might have noticed when I was reaching my hand over, you saw these little bumps right here. Well, I can tell you the story of how that happened. It's not an epic story. It's, so when I went for my second vacation, how I talked about it in the last video, I went to Myrtle Beach. That's a popular place in South Carolina where people go for vacations. For vacation, at that time it was pretty um active since you could experience 98% totality there from no, not from for the eclipse that was coming up. I wasn't there for the eclipse. I was there for vacation. Kind of sad that we didn't saw the eclipse, but hey, two more are coming in my lifetime, so it's not that big of a deal for me. Well, yeah, it is, because I would have to wait, and a lot of things could happen in that time period. But anyways, I think it was on Tuesday, not Tuesday, Saturday before we left. I was swimming in the ocean with my brother. He went back to the beach. I was just sitting, well, standing there, watching everyone else play, just thinking to myself. And then I kind of just had my arms like this, swimming about. I was just swimming because I could touch the bottom. I was just floating around. Then when I came to turn, my right hand was underwater, and this whole area, I don't think you can see it pretty well, but like the scar from here to about here got stung by a jellyfish. Now at first it hurt because my initial reaction was to pull my arm away as fast as possible. It stung a bit. The salt water did not help at all. So I looked at it and was like, okay, I have no clue what to do, because I never got stung before. I know people that got stung before, but they weren't here to tell me what to do. So I went back up to the umbrellas where my family was. I told Devin, and he was like, "Oh, cool." I told my mom and my grandma. They were worried about me. They said, "Were you in pain?" I said, "No, it doesn't hurt that much." And then my brother said, "Hey, go to the lifeguard. He would tell you what to do." So I went up to him, and he said to me, "Oh, I have nothing to help you with, so here's what you do. You go down to the shore, pick up some wet sand, rub it against your arm until you get like, well, I kind of lost the exact term, but like jellyfish, their tentacles have these stingers on it. They're like their own cells. So he said just rub it until you get most of it off. I did that for like 15 minutes, and it got better over time. So I looked at my arm, the scarring that you see on here started to go down. So throughout the day, it started to not sting anymore. It like wasn't painful. It was just annoying. Oh yeah, and by the way, once you get sting, it's kind of like a bee sting, just a little softer, and in a bigger area. But actually, no, I got stung by a bee twice in the same exact spot. Not by the same bee, obviously, but around the same area. But anyways, it didn't bother me. Then I came home from vacation. It started to go down a lot. In the week, on the weekdays, once I came back, this was the week of the eclipse. It was barely noticeable. If I rubbed my hand against my arm, I could still feel it, but it wasn't noticeable at all, very much, unless I pointed it out to someone. So the week went on, and then the weekend happened, Saturday. I went back to work. I was kind of stressed out because I haven't been to work in like 2 weeks at that point. And they put me on fryer, which I just hate the fryer because I have to keep up with the drive-through and then on the front line. The front line, which is the cashier, I can easily do. Like, I have no problem with that. Like, I'm happy up there. But, like, at the front, I'm stressed out because I think I might burn myself or I'll be too slow and make some customers mad, which I don't like making customers mad. I'm enjoying just giving them food, and it's not right for them to be mad at someone who messes up cooking. But anyways, since I was at the fire, about 30 minutes in, my arm started burning around here. I didn't drop anything on there, but like it started to make my jellyfish sting rise up again. So I kept scratching at it. I don't think it was a fire because I came back the next day and stood next to the fire. Nothing was like that, but something happened and the sting came back, so I kept scratching it throughout the day. And then I looked at my arm. It was basically like how you see it here. If I'm not sure if you can see it that well. I probably can show you in better lighting tomorrow, but like it just started hurting, and I kept scratching it throughout the day into my two cousins' birthday party, and I showed everyone it and was like, yeah, I got stung. I'm a man. And no, if I was a man, I wouldn't have thought about scratching it, but I just scratched it and it got worse. Now the scarring, the tissue on my skin is extremely visible now. I can just feel the whole thing. I can see like on this major scar here that some dead skin cells is coming off. Not many, but just a few, just to be noticeable. So it started to come back, and I just scratch it. Like, it's weird because when I came back from vacation, it was smaller and not inflamed as it is now. And then a week later, it just became worse. So it doesn't look like it's gonna go away anytime soon, which I'm okay about. It's like not that big of a deal. I kind of like it. Oh, do I? Well, it feels severe. Just this hand is as smooth as possible it can be, and then this hand is all bumpy. It's bumpy. There's like lots of speck. I think some of it is from when I was scratching, and it's just the edge happened to be in the right place, and during a certain time, and it got worse. So yeah, like I expected eventually I would get stung by a jellyfish, since how often my family visits the beach, but I did not expect it to be like this. Like one of my cousins, the one who had a birthday, well, one of them, the twins, she said, oh yeah, I got stung twice, but like, and one of them was on the foot, but like, she doesn't have like this. It might have been a different species, and the one she got stung by may have been either dead or close to dying. The one I got stung by was pretty healthy, since it was about this deep in the water. This is like the water surface, and then this is where my arm was. So I touched jellyfish before, the moon jellies, from my volunteer at the zoo, and then a trip to the aquarium, Ripley's aquarium, at Myrtle Beach. And I was like, oh, I'm not gonna touch the tentacles because even though some people said like the moon jellies, they don't sting that much, and if they do, it's very little noticeable. But I was like, no, I'm not gonna do that. Got stung by a jellyfish. Now all I need is a shark bite. Well, that's about it. And you can probably still see it. Like, yeah, that's not like a vein. That is the sting. Well, the outer edge of where the jellyfish was. Oh yeah, the sand thing does work. It just takes time. But like, I got kind of upset because the cousin who got stung years before, she said that the lifeguard used vinegar spray on her. The lifeguard did not have vinegar spray for me. But like, it's a good thing to know if I get stung again and there's no lifeguard around. Yeah. Well, anyways, that's about it. I'm not sure how long this video would take to upload because last video is still uploading at the time of this video. So, yeah. That's gonna be fun for my internet connection. Anyways, have a nice day and see you later.